All right. What's going on, everybody? It's Chris here, Better Investing. Today is Wednesday, December 24th, 2025, Christmas Eve. The market is closed. It closed today at 1 p.m. Hopefully, you weren't here trying to trade zero DTEs at the end of the session. But I'm looking here at the hourly. Yeah, it didn't do shit. We had a little rip, I guess. I don't know. I'm looking at the hourly, so let me go check. We get a little rip into the end of the day. Yeah, about a dollar move or so. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I just kind of just go over the market real fast. Not going to be here for too long. Again, it is the holiday seasons. What's going on, my boy? Man, we got to link up on that Battlefield, man. I downloaded it. I don't know how to play it. I'm a third person shooter, man. I'm still waiting for SOCOM. But yeah, let's kind of talk about the markets. I think we closed that. That's just look, just look at that. I mean, we just closed at all time highs, right? It's kind of hard to be bearish when the market's at all time highs, right? So looking here, let me go check my internals real fast. How did we do on? Okay, we kind of did push on the advanced decline line the entire day, so probably more stocks were are higher. Um, into the rest of the day. I mean, VIX has literally been demolished. I mean, if you look at this VIX compression, this is pretty fucking crazy. We haven't been back here since December of 2024. Interestingly, I mean, interest. I don't know if I'm saying the word right, but right. I mean, we're down into like levels from like 2024, like when VIX was just really compressed. And as you can see, the one thing that you can talk about, and I mean, I don't think it's something you can time, but maybe you're just a little cautious that when we have gotten down into these levels, we have seen little spikes, right, down into here, right, down into this level. Maybe that's something similar. I'm just going back to see um, like down here, right? We were really just hanging out down here, right? VIX, everyone's comfortable. Then boom, we get the spike. So gotta be mindful of that. Um, RBX cup in hand. I'll take a look. You gotta be mindful of that. But yeah, I mean, we closed at all time highs, right? So again, I'm not someone that's going to be a perma bull or perma bear. Again, for me, I think what I was looking at last week, and I was saying, man, what I really hope, and we can go to a 1 hour chart probably to really see this. What I really hope was that we didn't stick into this pattern until the end of the week last week, and I was like, man, I don't want us to kind of dangle on or dangle around down here near these lows until Thursday and Friday of last week, right? We did kind of bounce off of this, right? We did kind of establish a higher low right here at the 50 day, right? We kind of came back. If you remember this candle here, because I was talking about, man, this was a probably opportunity to get short right here into this, this sequence of lower highs on the hourly. You kind of see, right? Right. You could have made some coins there, right? But we kind of defended this level pre-market. I think this was what is this? Why is this saying Friday? Friday. Oh, this is last week, right? Last Friday, right? Came back, defended this in the pre-market, and we just kind of ripped, and we went on to make highs, right? So again, I wasn't necessarily bearish. I was more bearish if we stayed within this pattern, right? And what I did not want to see was us stick around here into this week. I didn't think that would be a good look. I really wanted us to kind of bounce off those lows, and we did. So, congrats to folks that recognized that and played it to the upside. And again, I think that's what makes markets, right? So yeah, here let's see what happens next week, right? Because again, something to think about was that we did have this holiday move right here, right before Thanksgiving, and then we just did absolutely nothing. This was a tough period to kind of trade during this little bit of chop. And is this something similar right here, right before the holidays, and then we just rip up, right, make new highs. Let's see what happens next week. So that's SPY. Let's go take a look real fast at QQQ. Still pressing, hasn't made new highs, right? I would want to see QQQ make new highs. It hasn't made a new high since October, but SPY has, right? So not necessarily like relative weakness, but a lagging perspective when you look at the QQQs. I don't think I need to go into this much. I think it's very similar in terms of that down structure that I was talking about on the hourly on SPY. Go here looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin just no bounce, man. Just no bounce on it at all, honestly. Nothing really much to do there. And let's keep looking. Oh, well, I'll talk about the my good trade for today. Wasn't something that was on my radar. Again, I like the day trade, but I did kind of notice this pop early in the morning to like 90, and it started faded back down. Um, and this gave a good opportunity to short right here, and this is where I got short at, and then I took it off. I was go get my hair cut, right into here, which kind of aligns with like this previous pivot right here. I wouldn't call this. I mean, I guess you can call this low of day, and we kind of broke that right here, and then we got a nice little clean retest. I took this down, and I got out somewhere around here, around like 80. Got a nice little move. I was only risking about maybe 30, 40 cents or so. Got a nice little move, and this actually continued to the downside. So, yeah, we kind of seen that. I know some people were shorting metals today. I did call out that if you got short on metals, your opportunity to get short was like earlier in the day. You don't want to probably try to take this short later in the day. As you can see, it actually did reverse into the end of the day, actually. So, I mean, it was a aggressive short, right, to kind of try to take up here. But if you're still trying to short it here, with like considering that, I mean, this is 10 o'clock, these people that did get short, they're probably going to cover up, right? Don't want to ruin your fucking Christmas when you see silver gapping up, right after Christmas or so. So, this kind of ripped off the lows. Probably same thing with this platinum trade, right? This kind of, had a nice little bounce. Didn't recover the entire move, but I was just mindful of that. Like, man, it was a very aggressive short to take. But to kind of stick in this and, only having, 9:30 to 1 o'clock to kind of see if this kind of works out. Once people kind of cover up, everyone's going to start covering up until the end of the session. So hopefully, folks that were in the Discord kind of paid attention to that. But yeah, let's see what else is out there. I'll probably do a deeper scan over the weekend or before, we open up Friday. But you said RBLX. Let's go take a look at RBLX. On the weekly, I mean, the daily structure, I mean, I remember this wicked all the way up to 150 something after earnings right here. You can't see it there, but if I do something like this, you see that wick up to 150 right here. And literally just rolled over. From a weekly perspective, a cup and handle, I don't see the cup and handle. I don't see it. Where do you see a cup and handle at? Are you talking about Roblox, right? Yeah. I don't see a cup. I don't see the cup. I mean, I see a base breakout here. I mean, I'm on the weekly. You said on the weekly. Cup and handle. Where's the cup at? I don't see the cup. I mean, if you inverse this, then yeah, I can kind of see a cup here. But where do you see a cup at forming? I can kind of see, like, if you're talking about like that, but where on the weekly are you seeing a cup at? 'Cause remember, like a cup, it kind of looks like that, and then you can like handle out this way, or you could handle out sideways, right? But this right here, I mean, this is the weekly chart. I mean, this is below the 50-week moving average right now. Right, this is the 50-week. Let me just make sure. Yep, this is the 50. I mean, it's below the 50-week moving average. Yeah, I don't really see a cup there. I just see a downtrend. Could you get a potential bounce here? Probably. Maybe it's back into like this high right here, about 75 or so. But I mean, it may be short-lived. But yeah, I don't really see it. I don't see that. All right, below the 50. I mean, this thing has again, kind of wedged up here for the most part, broke down. Then you kind of had a bear flag right into the 200. Right into the 200. Just leg down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see it. I see a setup there to kind of take a loan. I mean, outside of that, I don't really have too much. I thought the base was a cut. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't see it. Then you have this MSTR right here back at these lows. I mean, I can see people trying to bounce this here, but I mean, you need to see some fucking relative strength in in the crypto and Coinbase, but you're not really seeing that. Tesla. Tesla doesn't look bad. I had an alert here at the EMA at the time. Now the EMA done dragged up. It didn't never tap it at that potential. And right now it looks like it tapped it because it done pushed away. Remember, moving averages are lagging indicators, so it looks like it touched here on the Let me see. I think you just sent me something. Cup and handle reversal pattern. Yeah, but where's the cup at? If we look at RBLX, yeah, I know what a cup looks like, but where's the cup? I just don't see it. It shouldn't be hard to see. It's usually very you usually are able to really see it. I mean, this is a base, right? This is just trading sideways. This is not like a rounding formation. This is just right into the fuck happened. All right, think my shit just lagged. Right, but yeah, I mean, this is just a base, right? It's just trading sideways down here, and then it broke out. Maybe, I guess if you're talking about like this rounding formation here, but it never handled out. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man. I don't really have too much else outside of that. No, Intel. Again, I was looking at this pattern, have not got long on it yet, but this could be a sequence of a higher low. Damn, it kind of tapped this trend line I had drew out. I don't know if I drew this out before or after this dump, but it kind of tapped here. So maybe this is the sequence of a higher low. I had some news, some Nvidia news, right? Maybe this is what we're looking for, right? Now we got a green candle to hold right here. So we can break this high. Right? I'm risking right below this pivot here. Maybe capture back up to here. It's still valid in my perspective. So it's something to think about, maybe going into Monday or Friday. But yeah, outside of that, this AS is Amherst Work. They sell Louisville Sluggers, Wilsons. Kind of looking at this pattern here. Let's just see how it kind of builds out, honestly. You can kind of see it there, right? But yeah, man. Don't really have anything else really to go over. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else I'm gonna go over. I know some people are saying Amazon. I guess it's above the moving averages, but when I look at it, Amazon just doesn't respect moving averages. Like, you're better off just taking off those moving averages and kind of look at it from like, okay, it's making higher lows type of thing. But I don't really see anything I want to play here. You see the moving averages all crossways, and it's kind of like if you go to like Microsoft, like look at Microsoft, like during this period here, it just doesn't really respect the moving averages. So, but yeah, man. I mean, that's all I got. What did Meta do? I know Meta was breaking out again. Like I like to leave up. I have these charts up all the time. Um, I kind of like to leave these up. Kind of let me like know how some of the stocks are trading. Where is this? Why my Tesla don't have that trend line? I just drew on it. Whatever. But yeah, yeah. Outside of that, let's go see Apple real fast. Apple doesn't look bad. Kind of pull back into the 50. I can see people want to probably take a stab at this. Again, I don't trade Apple because I already own it, but I can see people kind of looking at this. I don't know if it's a necessary slap, but it doesn't look bad. Um, yeah, I mean, outside of that, nothing too much that I'm concerned with. Here's your GEV. Let's go check out this GEV. I know we were talking about this. I have trouble looking at this pattern. with this bar here. Now, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, working on 5 inside days. It's a chart that just like you're better off just not even looking at this again until it sets back up. It's going to take some time to kind of work off this look here. Um, but yeah, man. Outside of that, not too much that I'm fully focusing on right now. Again, are you coming on to the end of the year? Um, we just gotta wait and see. Let's wait and see which way they're willing to take the market, right? Um, and kind of go from there. Oh yeah, this path had a nice little sick move, but I don't know how you take this trade. I mean, this looks. I mean, I was saying like, man, if you get here and get a higher low, and then like you had this day here, right, and then it just blew off. It's like now it's just like I don't know. It doesn't look that clean. I can't see it. I don't know. I look for things that are simple. Uh, this is still flagging. I talked about this flag up here, this bear flag. No continuation today, so be mindful of that. Um, but yeah, man, I think that's about it, man. I don't really have much else to really go over. Um, man, I'll have to go check on the stocks afterwards. Oh yeah, what did you do? I haven't gotten it yet. I hope to wash out all the traders so I can just buy it cheap. This is something I want to hold long term. But I have a certain price target on it. Let me see what you just sent me. Nah, man, nah. I see what you're doing, but nah. I don't think that's. I don't think that. Me personally, I don't see that as a handle. It looks sideways. Yeah, I mean, like look at it this way. Like it just looks sideways. Like if I turn off all the moving averages, it's just this is just a base, right? You got a base, somewhat of a retest, not really. Maybe if I throw on the right, almost a retest, right? Because this line that I have here is very subjective, right? I could move this up to right here and say, oh, this is the sideways action, right? Actually, that looks much cleaner. So it looks more like if I do, let me do this. Let me type this in real fast. Accumulation base. I do this real fast and show you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to find one real fast. I guess I can use this. Oh, that looks ugly. Hold on, let me find one real fast, and I got you. Let me go to accumulation. Let me type in accumulation phase. Yeah, there we go. This is perfect. All right, let's see if it pops up. All right, boom. All right, so I'm about to bring this over so you can see. So like you see this right here, like it's just trading sideways, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Finally breaks out and you get a retest right here at this 31, then it pops. That's what this looks like to me. It's fairly clean, honestly. Right? Up, down, up, down, down, up, right? And then you get a breakout, you get a retest, right? And then it just goes. That's what that looks like. I don't see this as like a cup forming and a handle, and that's a deep ass handle if it is one. I'm trying to think of a cup and handle that I can remember. Um, can't think of one offhand that gave you like a cup and handle. If I get this one right off the door, let me see. I can't think of a handle. Can't think of a stock that gave me a cup and handle lately. Yeah, I can't think of one right now. Maybe there you go. Boom. Right, that's a motherfucking cut, right? And I'm looking at Carvana, right? Damn, god damn, I'm good. That's crazy how there's no stocks like that. I'm not even trying to brag, but you kind of see that cup, right? And that's a fucking cup and handle on the weekly, right? You can easily see that, right? It should be very easy to see. It's a rounding base, and there's your handle, right? And then you get your breakout. Right, now that's a cup. I would agree with you there. This is a cup. It's very, very simple to see. That's crazy I found it that fast. Is this even still playing? Doesn't look like it's playing. I'll just send it to you in the chat. Yeah, looks like the Lucha coming right. Like now that's a cup and handle. Yeah, my thing's lagging. It looks like I'm way behind, but you'll see it eventually. But yeah, man, I'm about to get out of here. I don't really have much to go off of today. And I'll check the markets over, probably tomorrow or some shit before we open up on Friday. All right, man. Peace, man. God bless. Happy holidays.